For many years I didn't play, and I think when I was about 21, there was a TV program in Japan
Mhm.
um, that featured. It was called Live from Pit In. Pit In is at the number one jazz club in Japan that's been around for I don't know
Mhm.
80 years, 70 years, 80 years,
Mhm.
and it used to be on Saturday nights, and it was completely avant-garde jazz at the time,
Yeah.
and and I would watch it and wonder what in the world does anybody find enjoyment in this garbage, so to speak. I mean, I couldn't understand. It was
Right.
like, why would anybody want to hear this music? And it was like Pharoah Sanders, Coltrane going crazy,
Mhm.
going all over the map, and everybody looked like they were grooving into this music. And actually, that was the start of my interest in jazz
Mhm.
from the other side, meaning that it was so different. And I couldn't get it. I couldn't get this whole notion.
Mhm.
So I started to listen to different kinds of music, I guess, and then that got me into it. And because it was so different from the discipline perspective as well as the approach to
Mhm.
music, one is strictly playing what is written, and but interpreting in a manner of way that you hope that the composer had written in that way. And the other
Mhm.
one is forget that piece of paper and improvise based on that, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like
So
they give you a
I
little guideline and then
right,
you just go off from
yeah, yeah, right, yeah, and I think I throughout my life I went in and out of jazz and in and out of music because I chose a different career. And early on, I realized that trying to make money with music is going to be extremely difficult.
there.
And I watched other people barely making ends meet with jazz or classical music. Well, classical music's a little different, but
Yeah. Mhm.
especially jazz.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do something that um, make me uh, do something that I didn't want to do. For example, I was at a piano bar
Mhm.
and I played there for a year or so, and a variety of people would come to a piano bar and they would request music, and sometimes they don't, sometimes they do, and they would, let's say they would request "My Way" or
Mhm.
something,
Yeah, some Sinatra tune,
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
like that.
Yeah, and then you have to prove because that's part of the deal. You play and people want to hear what they want to hear, so you play that thing.
Mhm.
And after about doing that for like 3 months, I swore I would never want to play another My Way. It's
Yeah.
just too much. It's like giving your soul. You're selling your soul almost.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I decided that I'm not gonna put music on that level. It's just
Mhm.
gonna be something that I love to do,
Mhm.
and I'll keep it that way. And so um, I didn't go through the struggles of a lot of musicians
Mhm.
who use music as their primary source of income.
Mhm.
Now, there's always cons and pros to that.
Yeah.
I have one foot in jazz and the other foot in contemporary classical music.
Mhm.
So I write, I compose on
Yeah.
the contemporary side, and I perform on the jazz side. So
Yeah.
I'm sort of trying to balance that out.
Yeah, that's cool. I looked over your bio on the composer circle.
Oh, right, 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 right.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
New
yeah,
York composer circle. So like
yeah,
I got a lot of questions from that, or at least
yeah.
one big one. Now that we're here, so you wrote in your bio there that like in your compositions you attempt to paint sounds with your version of color, texture, and depth. So what does that usually entail for the sounds that you try to create?
It's basically coming out of senses more than intellect.
Hmm.
Intellect, the academic side of writing is a lot of times it's a guide. So when you're stuck, it's wonderful to have something to go in and fetch that and
Hmm.
say, okay, I can write this. I'm stuck. Okay, what can I do? All right, I'm going to write something that's counterpoint, or I'm going to write something that's retrograde, or whatever. You know, Coming out of a human being, it's not so. It takes so much influences and senses. Sometimes there are feelings that uh, you can express in
Hmm.
on keyboard. And sometimes there's senses, like passion, and you got red, or red, dark red, or
Yeah.
deep red. It's color, and how would I express that in music? That type of um, music and visuals and all that are part of one, not separate buckets.
Hmm.
So that's what I meant when I said that. um, that it's something that I hear, I can paint the sound type of thing.
Hmm. Yeah, I get where it's like you can like there's only so much that theory can get you, you know, and after a certain point, it's like the stuff that, like you said, the stuff that you've heard, the stuff that you've seen,
Yeah.
like